Hello students, a very good morning to you. How are you? I hope you are fine at your home and doing your work properly. So students, let's continue chapter 13 of class 11, that is photosynthesis in higher plants. And today we will study about C4 pathway. In our last class we have discussed about Calvin cycle or C3 pathway. Today we will discuss about C4 pathway. What do you mean by C4 pathway? Which type of plants are included in this type of pathway? We will discuss all these in this topic. So, in C3 pathway or C3 cycle, we know that the first stable carbon product is a 3 carbon source, that is PGA, means phosphoglyceraldehyde. And in C4 pathway, the first stable product is a 4 carbon source, that is called as OAA, means oxaloacetic acid. So let's understand where do the C4 plants are found and which type of plants are called as C4 and what are the characteristic features of C4 plants. As you know that the C4 plants are adapted, very well adapted for tropical regions, means they normally grow in those areas where a very less water is found, means they are normally found in the desert areas. Instead of desert areas, some plants like your monocots are also so the C4 pathway, or C4 pathway can be said to be Hatch-Slack pathway. Clear? So in C4 pathway, the plants like maize, rice, wheat, sorghum are this type of plants who show the C4 pathway. Means these plants can tolerate high temperature but still they need water for their growth and development. Clear students? And also the C4 plants have special mechanisms, means they have the ability to tolerate high temperature, high light intensity. They can also survive in abiotic stress conditions. Abiotic stress means if whether the soil quality or other qualities are not sufficient or not enough for the growth of the plants. That's why we can say that they are adapted to survive in different type of habitats, and they have also a special mechanism that they lack photorespiration. When we will study about photorespiration, we will discuss all this, but still you need to understand what is photorespiration. Photorespiration means during photosynthesis, these plants, means the C4 plants, are less respire, means their respiration is intracellular. Here we are studying about photosynthesis, and during photosynthesis carbon dioxide is the main component which is required by the plant. If any plant respires during photosynthesis, then it can't be produce a more carbon source product. That's why in C4 plants they lack photorespiration, means during photosynthesis they will not show respiration. If respiration takes place, then it is intracellular, means the carbon dioxide will not be released to outside. That's why we can say that the C4 pathway, the plants use C4 pathway lacks photorespiration. Clear? Again they have a special type of leaf anatomy, means for identification of the plant, whether it is a C3 plant or it is a C4 plant, the leaf plays an important role. If we cut the transverse section of a leaf, then we can see some cells that is called as bundle sheath cells, and they are arranged in a wreath. A wreath means their reflections can be seen around the cell, and this type of arrangement of cells is also known as Kranz anatomy. Here you have to know Kranz anatomy. Why they are called as Kranz anatomy? As around the bundle sheath cells, or we can say the bundle sheath cells are arranged in large numbers and they have a wreath and is a reflection of the arrangement of cells, means the large sized cells. If you see in the transverse section of a leaf, then they are called as bundle sheath cells. Bundle sheath cells, and the anatomy is called as Kranz anatomy. Clear students? So, as we know that large number of chloroplasts, thick walls, impervious to gaseous exchange and no intercellular space is found in this bundle seed cells. Means they are arranged in such a way that there is no intercellular space and the cells are large. They are impervious to gaseous exchange. Impervious to gaseous exchange means the gaseous exchange takes place very less. Means only carbon dioxide is trapped by the plant. As we know, more is the carbon dioxide, more is the production of sugar. And when we compare the C3 plants with C4 plants, then the absorption of carbon dioxide is maximum seen in the C4 plants. That's why this is the special mechanism of the bundle seed cells in C4 pathway. So as I have told you, during the C4 pathway, the first stable carbon product is a C4 source or C4 sugar. That is called as OAA, means oxaloacetic acid. This is the first carbon product that is produced during photosynthesis, due to which, as it contains 4 carbons, so this pathway is called as C4 pathway. Clear, students? And another character to identify whether the plant is a C4 or C3. Remember, students, in C4 plants, only the bundle seed cells are found. The presence of bundle seed cells is the characteristic feature of C4 pathway. In C3 pathway or in C3 cycle, both mesophyll cell and bundle seed cells are found. But here, only mesophyll cells are found. But here in C4 pathway, only bundle seed cell is found, which is the special character of C4 pathway. Here I have explained you that what are the characteristic features or what happen or how the C4 carbon is produced or how the complete process takes place. So let's understand the Hatch-Slack pathway or C4 cycle. So let's understand what will happen here. Clear? So you can see the diagram. This portion, the upper portion shows the mesophyll cell and the lower portion shows the bundle seed cell. Clear? And this is the cell wall. You can see this layer is called the cell wall, and just below the cell wall this is plasma membrane, and here plasmodesmata is present. You know plasmodesmata, that is present just below the endodermis, and through plasmodesmata the movement of substances takes place, means gaseous exchange takes place. And remember, in C4 plants chloroplasts are dimorphic. This is not in your NCERT book. So what is dimorphic? In C4 plants, the chloroplasts are dimorphic. It means they are granule and agranule. So when we will say it as granule, the mesophyll cells are granule. You can see the mesophyll cells are granule, whereas the bundle seed cells are agranule. It means grana is found in mesophyll cell. Grana is not found in bundle seed cell. Clear? Students, this is Hatch-Slack pathway. The upper portion of the cell represents the mesophyll cell and the lower portion shows the bundle seed cell. Again, the cell has cell wall, plasma membrane and the chloroplast. In Hatch-Slack pathway, the chloroplast is dimorphic. Dimorphic means the mesophyll cells are granule, means grana is present, and the bundle seed cells are agranule, means grana is not present. So how carbon dioxide fixation occurs and how the 4-carbon oxaloacetic acid is formed, we will understand this in detail. Clear, students? So as we know that the carbon dioxide fixation takes place by a special component present in this. That's why we can say that the chloroplast or the phosphophenol pyruvate means PEP, is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide in mesophyll cell. This topic is most important. If you understand this cycle, then there will be no confusion. I will also explain in Hindi. First you try to understand in English that what is it tell us about. Here PEP, PEP. means phosphophenyl pyruvate is present, and this is the primary acceptor for CO2, and this phosphophenyl pyruvate is present in the mesophyll cell. You can see this is mesophyll cell, and in mesophyll cell PEP or phosphophenyl pyruvate is present which accept the atmosphere, means here is the atmosphere and carbon dioxide is received by the mesophyll cell, and this is fixed in the form of HCO3. It enters, carbon dioxide enters and forms HCO3, then its fixation occurs as a C4 acid. C4 acid here can be considered as malic acid and aspartic acid. Remember, malic acid or aspartic acid are C4 acid. So when carbon dioxide is accepted by PEP, then its fixation occurs as a C4 acid, means either malic acid or aspartic acid. After this, through plasmodesmata, it comes or it transported to the bundle sheath cell. Students, this is mesophyll cell, this is bundle sheath cell. So in mesophyll cell, carbon dioxide is received by the PEP, phosphophenyl pyruvate, and then its fixation occurs as a C4 acid, means either malic acid or aspartic acid. Then it is transported to bundle sheath cell, and in bundle sheath cell the C4 acid get decarboxylation. Carboxylation means when carbon dioxide is added. Decarboxylation means when carbon dioxide is removed. So when carbon dioxide is removed from the C4 acid, it will form the C3 acid, due to which during decarboxylation here the carbon dioxide is released and the newly formed acid is a C3 acid. You can see here this is a C3 acid. Again this C3 acid get transported to the mesophyll cell, and in mesophyll cell again regeneration occurs, means again it bound with carbon dioxide and forms phosphophenyl pyruvate. Phosphophenyl pyruvate and hydrogen carbonate both again get fixed as C4 plants. So this is the whole cycle that I have explained you, and during the fixation of carbon dioxide the enzyme involved is called as PEPcase. PEPcase is the enzyme which helps in the absorption or fixation of carbon dioxide. Clear, students? So here the fixation occurs, means here after decarboxylation the carbon dioxide get fixed and the fixation occurs through Calvin cycle. Clear? So now let's understand these points. Oxaloacetic acid is converted into malic acid and transported to bundle sheath cell. Clear? OAA is converted into malic acid, and remember malic acid is a C4 source where it is decarboxylated into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid means here I have write C3 acid, and you know in class 10 that pyruvic acid contains 3 carbon, that's why it get converted into pyruvic acid, or you can write C3 acid. Or here oxaloacetic acid we can consider C4, or we can say that malic acid or aspartic acid. Again it is an adaptive mechanism to avoid photorespiration, means C4 plants have an adaptive mechanism, means they have the mechanism to stop or to prevent photorespiration. I have already explained that if respiration occurs during photosynthesis, then a large amount of carbon dioxide will be released from the cell, due to which the carbon or the sugar produced is less. So in this C4 cycle, in C3 cycle photorespiration occurs, but in C4 cycle photorespiration is prevented, and that is prevented by the decarboxylation of malic acid in the bundle sheath cells. Means in bundle sheath cells you can see here the C4 acid, that is malic acid. Malic acid get decarboxylation, means converted to C3 acid by releasing one carbon dioxide. So decarboxylation of malic acid in the bundle sheath cells maintains a high concentration of CO2 near rubisco. Rubisco means ribulose, bisphosphate, carboxylase, oxygenase. This is the enzyme. So near this enzyme, due to the decarboxylation, high concentration of carbon dioxide is found. If carbon dioxide is more, then the sugar product is more. So it acts as carboxylase only, not oxygenase. Carboxylase means with added carbon dioxide. Oxygen means added oxygen, but here oxygen will not get added. Only carbon dioxide get added. That's why this is called as carboxylation. Clear, students? Again, you have to remember one thing, that CO2 released in bundle sheath cells enter the C3 or Calvin pathway, and this is common to all plants, whether it is a C3 plant or it is a C4 plant. This is common to all plants. Received by mesophyll cells as C3 and transported to bundle sheath cell as C4. Again it get converted into C3 acid and again get transported into the mesophyll cell for the further binding or further fixation of CO2. Clear? That's why phosphophenyl pyruvate we can say is the primary acceptor of carbon dioxide which is present in mesophyll cells, and it is catalyzed by the enzyme PEP. Here I have write PEP is the primary acceptor of CO2 that is present in mesophyll cell, and this is the, and here the enzyme catalyzes this reaction, means bounds carbon dioxide by the help of pepcase. Clear? The enzyme is called as pepcase, phosphophenyl pyruvic acid, and the enzyme is pepcase. Clear? So first table product is oxaloacetic acid, which already I have explained you. OAA, first table product is OAA, and that is a 4-carbon source. Clear, students? And already I have explained that how it avoid photorespiration. These points are most important, so you need to have to understand these points for better understanding in Hatch-Slack pathway. So how photorespiration plays an important role in photorespiration is avoided by the C4 plants to produce more carbon source. Clear, students? So the Rubisco, already I have explained you what is Rubisco. So as you know that in C4 plants the ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase means Rubisco. Here this Rubisco, this is ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase is the enzyme that is present in C4 but lack pepcase. It means the bundle sheath cells, in bundle sheath cells we can write here, in bundle sheath cells Rubisco is present but pepcase is absent. So here one point we can write, in bundle sheath cell Rubisco is present. Rubisco is present, due to which decarboxylation occurs. Remember students, Rubisco helps in the decarboxylation of C4 acid and forms C3 acid. Due to presence of Rubisco, high concentration of carbon dioxide, high concentration of CO2 can be formed in the bundle sheath cell, but the bundle sheath cell lacks pepcase. Clear? Due to which it can't directly receive carbon dioxide, means carbon dioxide fixation can't be takes place in bundle sheath cell. Carbon dioxide fixation is done in the mesophyll cell. Why in mesophyll cell? Because in mesophyll cell pepcase is present, but in bundle sheath cell pepcase is absent. Only Rubisco is present, due to which it can't absorb carbon dioxide directly, but it can convert a C4 acid into C3 acid, which helps in the maintaining high concentration of carbon dioxide. Clear, students? So we can say Calvin pathway occurs in all mesophyll cells of C3 plants. In all C3 plants, mesophyll cells are present. But if we consider the C4 plants, then we can say it doesn't take place in the mesophyll cells but does so only in the bundle sheath cell. This is important, and when you follow your NCERT book, then you can get, and if you attentively read all the lines, then you can able to understand what I explained you here. If any doubt, then you can ask me. And students, remember, this is the most important point, and you have to write the points separately by giving examples. Which are C4 plants, where they found, what is their special character, how they able to concentrate a high amount of carbon dioxide, which enzymes are present, where does mesophyll cell found, where does bundle sheath cell found, why this is called as Kranz anatomy. So many type of questions can be formed from the above topic. So you should have to make the questions and read the topic properly, then you will understand. Clear? So you should understand that OAA is the product of C4 pathway and PGA is the product of C3 pathway. Phosphoglycerol aldehyde, PGA, phosphoglycerol is the product of C3 pathway, whereas oxaloacetic acid or OAA is the product of C4 pathway. In our next class, we will discuss about the difference between C3 and C4 plants. For today, this is all about your Hatch-Slack cycle. You can understand. Again, I am repeating it in Hindi. बेटा ये जो है आपका Hatch-Slack cycle शो कर रहा है, ठीक है. ये वाला ऊपर वाला जो सेल है इसको मेसोफिल सेल बोलते हैं, और ये नीचे वाला जो सेल है इसको बंडल शीथ सेल बोलते हैं. मेसोफिल सेल और बंडल शीथ सेल में क्या डिफरेंस है? मेसोफिल सेल में होता है पेप केज होता है, जो कैटालाइज करता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फिक्सेशन को, और ये जो पेप है फॉस्फोफिनल पाइरुवेट है, ये मेसोफिल सेल में प्रेजेंट होता है, जिसकी वजह से एटमॉस्फेयर से ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को क्या करता है? ट्रैप करता है. एटमॉस्फेयर से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को ट्रैप करने के बाद ये इसको हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट के फॉर्म में अंदर लाता है, फिर इसका फिक्सेशन होता है. जब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का फिक्सेशन होता है तब बनता है C4 एसिड. तो ये जो C4 एसिड है ये दोबारा से प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा के थ्रू ट्रांसपोर्ट हो जाता है कहाँ? बंडल शीथ सेल में. और ये बंडल शीथ सेल आप कैसे पहचानोगे? जब एक लीफ को आप काटोगे, जैसे कि आपका मेज हो गया, व्हीट हो गया, राइस हो गया, सरगम हो गया, उनके लीफ को अगर आप काटोगे तो वहाँ पे आप देखोगे लार्ज साइज सेल्स प्रेजेंट होंगे, और ये बिल्कुल ऐसे अरेंज होंगे, बिल्कुल इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस भी नहीं होगा उनके बीच में, बहुत क्लोजली, जिसको रिथ बोलते हैं, तो बहुत क्लोजली अरेंज्ड होंगे. तो उससे हमें पता चलेगा कि ये बंडल शीथ सेल है. और एक बात याद रखना, जिसमें बंडल शीथ सेल होगा वो C4 प्लांट है. C3 प्लांट में बंडल शीथ सेल नहीं होता है, पर C4 प्लांट में बंडल शीथ सेल होता है, ठीक है. जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ज़्यादा फिक्सेशन होता है, और जो शुगर प्रोडक्ट मिलता है हमें वो 4 कार्बन सोर्स, जैसे कि ऑक्सैलोएसिटिक एसिड. तो यहाँ पे ये जो C4 एसिड है ये ट्रांसपोर्ट हो गया कहाँ? बंडल शीथ सेल में. मेसोफिल सेल इसको ट्रैप किया और इसको ट्रांसफर किया कहाँ? बंडल शीथ सेल में. बंडल शीथ सेल में ये ट्रांसपोर्ट हुआ एज C4 एसिड. C4 एसिड मतलब ये मैलिक एसिड भी हो सकता है जिसमें 4 कार्बन है, या फिर एस्पारेटिक एसिड हो सकता है, इसमें भी 4 कार्बन है. तो फिक्स होने के बाद क्या होगा? इसका डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन हो जाएगा. डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन कहाँ पे होगा? डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन होगा बंडल शीथ सेल में, और एक कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिमूव हो जाएगा. जब एक कार्बन C4 से एक कार्बन चला गया तो कितना बचा? C3. तो यहाँ पे हमें मिलेगा C3 एसिड. पर ये C3 एसिड यहाँ पे क्या होगा? इसका फिक्सेशन होगा केल्विन साइकिल के थ्रू, फिर इसका ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगा मेसोफिल सेल में. मेसोफिल सेल में अगेन C3 जो है क्या हो जाएगा? रीजेनरेट हो जाएगा इनटू फॉस्फोफिनल पाइरुवेट. क्लियर? विच इज ए 3 कार्बन सोर्स. अगेन फॉस्फोफिनल पाइरुवेट में कन्वर्ट होने के बाद दूसरी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रेडी होगा ट्रैप होने के लिए. तो जब ये सब चीजें होती है तब क्या बनता है? ऑक्सैलोएसिटिक एसिड. और इनके होने के पीछे का रीजन क्या है? ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का फिक्सेशन हो सके. तो कुछ फंक्शन होता है मेसोफिल सेल में और कुछ फंक्शन होता है बंडल शीथ सेल में. यहाँ पे और एक बात मैं बताती हूँ, जैसे कि मैंने एंजाइम की बात की, मेसोफिल सेल में पेपकेज होता है. पेपकेज का काम होता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को कैटालाइज करना, और बंडल स्थित सेल में होता है रूबिस्को, राइबुलोज, बिसफॉस्फेट, कार्बोक्सिलेज, ऑक्सीजनेज। ये जो रूबिस्को है, जब डीकार्बोक्सिलेशन होता है इस रूबिस्को एंजाइम की वजह से, ये क्या करता है, ऑक्सीजनेज एक्टिविटी नहीं करता है, मतलब ऑक्सीजन को ऐड नहीं करता है, ये सिर्फ कार्बोक्सिलेज एक्टिविटी को करता है, मतलब ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को ऐड करता है, जिसकी वजह से बंडल स्थित सेल में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का अमाउंट बढ़ जाता है। अगर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का अमाउंट बढ़ेगा तो फोटोसिंथेसिस ज़्यादा जल्दी होगा, ज़्यादा होगा, और जो ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट बनेगा वो 4 कार्बन सोर्स बनेगा, जिसकी वजह से इसका नाम क्या है, C4 साइकिल है। बट C3 साइकिल में हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि पहला प्रोडक्ट जो है 3 कार्बन सोर्स है। क्यों? क्योंकि उसमें बंडल स्थित सेल नहीं था और रूबिस्को नहीं था। पर इसमें जो हैच-स्लैग पाथवे है, इसको ऐसे क्यों बोला जाता है, क्योंकि ये जो साइंटिस्ट है उन्होंने इसको नोटिस किया था, क्रांज एनाटॉमी गिवन बाय द साइंटिस्ट क्रांज, क्योंकि उन्होंने फर्स्ट टाइम इस टाइप का अरेंजमेंट ऑफ सेल देखे थे। तो ये जो है आपका ओवरऑल हैच-स्लैग साइकिल मैंने बता दिया। फिर आप जैसे कि आपको पता है सेल में सेल वॉल होता है, प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन होता है, ठीक है, तो ये मैंने दिखाया। फिर एक मैंने टर्म का बताया था डाइमॉर्फिक। डाइमॉर्फिक का मतलब होता है जब क्लोरोप्लास्ट, जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट होता है उसमें 2 टाइप का अरेंजमेंट होता है ग्राना का। तो क्लोरोप्लास्ट को डाइमॉर्फिक इसलिए बोला जाता है क्योंकि मेसोफिल सेल में ये ग्रानाल होता है और बंडल स्थित सेल में ये अग्रानाल होता है। क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट your C4 pathway or Hatch-Slack pathway. Clear students? So in our next class we will study about the main differences between C3 and C4 cycle, then photorespiration.